G'day, and welcome back to Ultramarines from scratch. Now, this week has been ridiculously hectic. I mean, it's getting up to Christmas, and Christ, there's so many fucking things to do. Like, you got just winding up a work, winding up everything for the year, trying to get the garden and the house nice. I got the barbs, and everything is just sort of coming to a complete bloody. It's a bit of a shamosul, I think is the proper word. So, but what I have done is I've managed to get wholly about 2 hours of hobby done today. This week. So it's not a hell of a lot to show you, but there is some developments. All right, first off, these have all been painted. They've just got their silver to go on. There's still a bit of work to do on them. They're not coming along as quickly as I would have liked. The tanks have come up nicely. They've been airbrushed, and I'm starting to pick out some details. They still look new. Well, first off, let me have a look. The thing is with airbrushing, when you got so many little things on the table, instead of just having one model, and this Focke-Wulf is now becoming my little pride of shame, because I started this before I got the Horus Heresy box set. Still haven't finished the bloody thing. I've been working on this, and between that and the baby. But yeah, when you've got one project in the air gun, it's easy to, you'll sit there and you'll muck around with it, and you'll get everything right. When you've got boom, 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 multiple projects and the air gun, you're going to miss things. And I'm fucking so annoyed at this. Painting up these, so you can see the depth and shade and highlight, and I've got the edge lighting around. Cat hair as well. Coming up really nice. That one's done, just about. And she's ridiculous design, I will say, but I do like the look of them both. But this one, I get there and I must have been spray painting away, doing happy, joy. Put it down, waited for it to dry, turned to the next one, started doing the other side, put it down, waited for this one to dry, swap. Once I've cleaned everything up, I realised I've got an entire side here that I fucking haven't done with the air gun. I just have to plug that back in and get it all up and going again. Only like 3 minutes work, but still, it's annoying to go back to something you'd consider done. I started putting the Terminators together because I got this from a place called Anvil Industries, right? Absolutely cracking mob. And these are my new Fulmentarus rocket packs. I'm still waiting for the arms from Forge World. Right? Oh my God, does that look... I don't know how to mount them just yet. Do I mount them on the back so they're slightly angled up? Or do I mount them forward so they're more horizontal? Anyone's got an opinion? But these things are absolutely astonishing. I can't tell if they're printed. Actually, now that I'm looking at it under the light, I can tell that they're printed. But they're beautifully detailed, lovely and smooth, and the angles of them and the detailing don't clash badly with the aesthetics of the. You wouldn't be able to know, unless you were some sort of like uber nerd, that these weren't actually part of the models. So I figure these will do until they actually produce the models. But I got 11 of them in case I fuck one up and I want to play with one. So I'm going to have 11 Fulmentarus Terminators, which from what I've read is going to practically be the hammer, the anvil, the axe, and the freaking psychopath of the entire unit, because I want to just spam troops. Now, this are the last two bits of the actual box that I've got to do. Now, in the last video, I said, I'm not going to spend any more money. Well, that turned out to be a great fucking lie. A huge lie. Because I did. I went out and I looked on eBay and I looked at Spiky Bits and I looked at a bunch of other websites to get some pieces, because I realised that in a game of attrition, which this is, from what I'm reading and bits and pieces I'm starting to see, this seems to be a fucking game of attrition. So you want as many pieces to survive as possible. So I thought, all right, I'll get an Apocryphy, because that Narthicum at 5+ save seems great. So I bought 2 from Forge World. I thought, you know what? There's got to be bits I can buy, and I can sort of like dick up a couple of these and make it. Then I bought a Primaris, which is a 40k model, Apocryphy. And then I found on my sticker sheet for the Ultramarines, I've got these little Apocryphy stickers. So I'm going to make myself up through the two, just thinning them, just thinning them down a bit, not making them also everyone have a little bits, you know, all the little bits and pieces complete. Just spreading them out amongst a couple of models. And I should have 5 Apocryphies. And then I thought, well, you know what? Those lights would fit on a Terminator as well. And there's a Terminator arm, which I found in the Dark Angels. I don't know what chapter that is. It must be one of them. Box set, but it's something called a Deathwing or something. And they've got a Terminator arm with like the little surgical chainsaw blade and a little twisty screw. So I bought one of those, and I bought some other bits and pieces. So I'm going to make and then I thought, oh shit, I don't want to lose 10 Fulmentarus. So I went and bought another 2 Terminators like this, the little plastic ones in the box separate. And they're all coming in. So it looks like my next unit is going to be the Apocryphy and the Medicae Primus. Medicae Primus comes with a rule that says if it will not die, you may re-roll that will not die, which is great. But I can't seem to find anything aside from equipping like a unit with. The only rule I found that has will not die includes dreadnoughts. I'm not sure if I can have the dreadnought, because I've got to add a chap to the dreadnought company, Talon. He gets an extra dreadnought because he's that dude. And then I add a Primus Terminator to it so he can re-roll. It just seems like a lot of points investment and a lot of effort. But nonetheless, normal Apocryphies can't join Terminator detachments, and this chap will be able to. So I can put him with the Terminators, with the Fulmentarus. They get Narthicum. So not only do they get their 2+, they're 4+, and then they get a 5+. That's 3 saves. So just, keeping the attrition down. The other decision I've come to is that I want. I've got 30 painted up tactical dudes, right? Normal tactical dudes. Now I've decided that I want the idea of more wounds than bullets. So I'm going to buy another box of this stuff. And you know what? The idea is to have 3 units of 20, and then a unit of 10 special weapons, a unit of 10 heavy weapons with the bolters, a unit of 10, what are they called? The Praetorian breaches. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm reaching that point of saturation where I'm going to have more stuff to paint than I have to assemble and play. And I don't want to put any of these on the table without having them actually painted. And I still have only got 1 game under my belt, 500 points. So I got with these ones done, I got 1,000 points. So I might try and get a few more games. I might see if I can do some sort of video for that. But it's all going well. So this is way over here. That's everything that I have painted and ready to rumble. Right, 30 tacks, and there's only 1 miniature in there that's being bought separately, and that's that chap, which you've seen a dozen times already. What else happened? I might be considering doing some other bits and pieces, but right now it's been pretty boring, I'm afraid, and I'm so sorry for the fucking meager update. But I'm still enjoying it. I think these look freaking amazing. The only reason I haven't finished assembling these is because, and this has never happened before, I am completely out of glue. That's never happened before. That bottle has been in my family for 2 generations. I've had that bottle for such a long time. I'm also out of this bloody Tamiya Clear. I'm still getting gloss finishes with that. I'm going to have to find out what I'm doing. Another fella suggested I try using a wet palette because it thins out the paints. that's a nice idea, and I'm not adverse to using it, but I'm more of a what I have been doing is, where's the bloody bottle? Come on, I know I've got him here somewhere. Instead of using a wet palette, which, you know, it thins the paints down nicely, I use a, my God, I tell you what, there's no one more unorganised than me on the table. There it is, way over here. Use this unit, named after me. No, it's it's a thick, gluggy solution. But it stops your paints from drying so well. I've added a drop to this, a drop of this, and mixed it in with every single Citadel paint that I have open. Just because Citadel paints are so terrible for drying. Ridiculous how quickly they dry in open air. Yeah, so I would suggest using a bit of that. It's not actually a shabby product at all. I used it in all my mates before, all my paints beforehand, but I've just noticed that Citadel, when you're trying to do like the brass or, you know, pick out a couple of details, it does dry out. It gets up under the crease of the brush, and it fucks everything up because just the speed of drying. So yeah, that's where I'm at. The other thing is, last video I said I was going to read a chapter of No Fear and put it up on YouTube and react to it. Well, a kind-hearted soul has told me that is literally the definition of copyright infringement. So unfortunately, I've had to take them down. Not had to, I've preemptively. Oh, bloody hell, what a fucking book. My God. And like I said, it's been a busy week. I haven't been able to freaking crack into it like I would have liked, because I'm reading that, Flight the Einstein, another 2 or 3. Not 40k or Warhammer novels, but just like other novels at the same time. And yeah, bloody hell. That Sirot Tachur, I think his name is, the word bearer who's mates with the only word bearer who's mates with the Ultramarine captain. Fuck, he's a piece of work, isn't he? Isn't he just? All right, well, that's it from me for the day. Stay safe, keep painting, enjoy your hobby, enjoy prepping for Christmas, because bloody hell, it's getting close. It's getting close. And if you get the opportunity, check out Anvil, because I fucking love that shit. They've got some amazing stuff there, bits and pieces. Righto, cheerio, and have a lovely day.